Hello, air signs. Look at, got some air action going on. Isn't that awesome? Okay, we are going to look at the month of March for air signs, all right? My air sign, by the way, so you know my perspective, is most heavily Gemini. All right, here we go. It's actually Gemini rising. Air signs for the month of March. I'm in Minnesota right now, just so you know, and it's winter, so looking at March, it's our snowiest month. Oh my gosh. Okay, Chelsey, clear your mind. Clear your mind. Focusing on the collective. Air signs. What do we have coming up for March? Thank you, Source. May I be a clear channel for the messages from the divine that are meant to come through me for the collective. For air signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, for the highest good of all. So we're living up to our highest vibrations, right? Working on ourselves, man. Look at that. Yes. So the Eight of Pentacles. This is a studious, hard-working card. So maybe we have been entering school again, or just started a course, or are looking closely at the patterns that we have going on in life, refining. This is a card of self-mastery, of really bringing in to manifestation our life's tasks, our life calling, our work. Working hard, all right? Sometimes burning the midnight oil too. That can be, we'll see what else comes up on that. Okay, so Source, what is crossing this energy of the Eight of Pentacles? We've got the Hangman. Okay, so we're taking some time out to work on ourselves to get a different perspective on maybe that in fact is our life's task. You know, what are we here for? What do we want to be doing? What do we want to be investing all of this time into? How can we do better? So we're taking a hard, long look. Oh man, hard, long look at ourselves, I would say. Air signs. What do we have underneath the surface of this energy? What is not quite brought into our vision? What are we not aware of? What are we maybe feeling more on a subconscious level? Thank you, Source. Appreciate your guidance. All right, so we've got the Knight of Swords. So, you know what this could be? This could be definitely a person. So this is a fast-acting individual, has something to say. They may not always say it exactly in the nicest way. Their words can be cutting, let's say that. And I think that this could also be a reflection in ourselves. So far, what I'm seeing is, you know, working on ourselves. This could also be working on a relationship, taking time to look at a different, at a particular relationship or situation. This could also be like maybe not fully being aware of what we want to say, of our own truth, our own clarity on a situation. Interesting. Now, what is in the recent past for us, Source? Seven of Rods. So, Seven of Rods is a card of being your own hero in the world, standing up for yourself, having boundaries, having having a feeling of the world being against you, kind of being out on your own. And that is a challenge. This is a really challenging card. But you know, there's almost like a joy in it. Like it can be a fun kind of facing the competition energy. which could be why we're in this place of focusing on ourselves, on our work, getting a new perspective, finding truth and clarity on what it is that we're doing in life, because it can be really competitive in certain fields depending on what you're on, and really in any work situation it's always competitive. And gosh, the world has totally changed right now. Everything is online, and it's like competition has gone up in so many ways. But we also have the opportunity, you know, to look again at there are more options for us too. All right, let's move on. Kind of running away with it. What's above us in this situation? Air signs. What are we more aware of, and what is influencing this situation of working on ourselves, changing perspective, looking at this individual, not ruling out that there's somebody else in the mix, right? Chariot, moving forward. Okay, so this is, I think that there is definitely a sense of moving in a different direction. Moving in a different direction that possibly other people are not very happy with. And this is also, you know, a balancing, a divine union card, major arcana. So this is the first major, oh no, it's not. We've got two major arcanas already. It's a big life event, life lesson. It can be challenging and scary to go out on our own, but it's this inner will. Inner will is really pushing through on that you know, motivation to get work done, to get clarity. Okay, so what's coming up in our immediate future? Source, thank you so much. Yes. Yep. And so we have the 10 of Wands now. So 10s are cards of completion. Sometimes the 10 is like, yay, happy ending. This is a card of, yep, it's time to end. Time to put the burden down, all right? So this is you know, taking all those lessons, actually having a lot of different passions going on, maybe making decisions about what passion you want to go towards, but definitely setting down a heavy burden and an ending of a tiresome cycle. All right, so how do we see ourselves? How do we see ourselves in this situation in March, this month, entering March? How are we going to feel about ourselves? Melanie's calling me. Ooh. Judgment. So we have a judgment call to make on this situation, obviously. Major Arcana, this is lovers coming up out of the grave, call to new life. It's an exciting card. All right, so what is around us in our environment? What is kind of other people thinking of us? What's influencing us? What's maybe around us that is not totally of our creation or in our control? Because we co-create this world, right? And there are things and different elements that we can't control, but we get to be aware of them via the tarot. Another, oops, oh, that card really wanted to come out. This is awesome. So the Three of Cups. So we get to be aware that there are others out there that are going to celebrate with us. They're there to help us, support us. This is happiness, joy, and bliss. All right? Yes. That is awesome. And this is the first cups to come out on the spread, which tells me this journey is going to be emotionally fulfilling, all right? What's in our hopes and fears? Thank you, Source. Temperance. All right, so this is Archangel Michael, the divine alchemist, bringing together, all the right components. It's divine timing. This can take a while, or can seem like it takes a while, and often it has to do with us getting out of, I wanted to say get out of the way, but what I mean is having that intention and leaving space for the divine to do their magic, to do their work. All right? It's also recognizing that in divine timing, from a divine perspective, past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. So even though we're here in the present, we get to look at the past and draw upon a stronger time in our life, or remember lessons from the past, and we can tap into our future self and gain wisdom from them that we have yet even to learn in the present. Awesome. So yeah, no one likes waiting. That's kind of, and when you're working with divine timing, it's like working with the unknown. Trust the process of divine alchemy. It's all on the right track. It's moving up in an upwards direction for sure, going up this hill, up in vibration. This is definitely a lower vibration feel, moving upwards. All right, so what is the overall outcome projected? Because we get to choose our own adventure in life. Did you know? We are the captains of our destiny. So no matter what any tarot reading ever says, it is like a forecast that you get to then decide, like, is that really what I want? Let's see here. Maybe I'll back up at this spot and kind of change that to a different card. Thank you, Source. And we have Strength from the Universe. This is the Beauty and the Beast card, all right? So this is inner strength, inner courage. There's, an element of kind of going out into battle, but this is inner strength, a gentle kind of inner strength. She is not, she doesn't have a whip and a chair and controlling him. Like, she's using her feminine strength. And actually, I've been hearing lately, I want to say Jamie Price has been talking about meek, the power of meek, and that it is to have inner strength. And that is something I would encourage you to meditate on, because it's something that normally we have considered weak, right? Which is a lower vibrational perspective, just changing our perspective in the moment. Because maybe we are pushing with the Chariot over top of the Eight of Pentacles here, and this Knight of Swords energy, who just, looking at me screaming, this heavy burden we have to let down. We're maybe pushing ourselves a little bit too hard, and we have this call of life, get back into, go hang out with the friends, have some fun. All right. Okay, bottom of the deck. Yes, let's get out of anxiety. Let's get some sleep. Also, pay attention to your dreams. All right. And we have the Star card. Awesome. So this is the card of bright, shiny future up ahead, having that moment of like standing in the starlight of the bright future in front of you, wishing upon a star, having it like more of a childlike approach to your manifestation process. And then working on a firm foundation, possibly with others. We got the Three of Pentacles here, the Three of Cups right there. There could be a new environment that you're entering into that's going to require patience and inner strength. So maybe changing the patterns of the way you've worked with other people before, where you're not so much going from this energy of it's me against the world, but going towards happy hour, So That is so awesome. All right, so now we're going to consult the fairies. What do the fairies have to say? Oh my god. The fairies are my best friends. I talk to them all day. Thank you for being here. You're so cute. All right, fairies, what do you have to add to the conversation for March for air signs? And thank you. Children, we got this card for fire signs. Okay, so definitely with this childlike energy of the star, wishing upon the star, the Three of Cups, the fairies want to play. Oh my god, it's like right now, it's like the fairies in this room are like, come on now, like you've been working so hard. I see like all your books over there. They're just like yelling at me, but this message is for you. All right, so we need to also keep in mind that children could be a part of this situation, a part of your life's purpose, and it's also a card of connecting again with your inner child, because our inner child is our divine creative source. Really, it is our entrance into the dimensional mind. You know, when we're children, the world is magical and there's so much possibility for us. We need to get back into that, especially for manifestation. Okay, so what does the soul have to say? This is the Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle deck. So we're connecting with our higher selves right now. Thank you, guides. Thank you, higher selves. What do our collective souls want to tell us? Want to add to this conversation about March air signs? Thank you. Follow your heart. Okay, I have to make, I shuffled. All right. Because this is the fairy love, all right? This is not a fairy specific deck. We were talking to the fairies, and I pulled this for like 3 different spreads right now, so collectively this is really important. Following our heart through this, okay? So especially when we're thinking about what is really our purpose, we want it to be in line with our heart. And this is also, you know, a lot of this is saying, again, playfulness, being easy on ourselves, being aware of the words that we say. This can be negative self-talk, and it talks back to you. The thing about self-talk is that it can be really hard to begin positive self-talk, because when you first start off, it's like you haven't told yourself you love yourself for so long that it's like your bank account of self-love is negative. This is what Matt Kahn says. You should look him up if you don't know who he is. And so you have to keep making deposits of self-love into that love account until you start to believe it. But believe me, it adds up quick. And it starts to talk back. So if you're at a place where maybe you're hearing words like, I hate myself, or I hate you, you know, gosh, that's a really tough place to be. And that can even be like part of this energy too. You can get to a place where you actually hear in your head, I love you. Okay, so it is possible. All right, we're going to do one more card from the Enchanted Tarot deck. What do we have as an overall energy for the month of March? Source. Another one that came up before. The best card of the deck. The Sun card. Look at how beautiful that is. This is an amazing deck, just so you know. Ultimate happiness, joy, and bliss, all the joy of your heart's desires. This is a card that is saying 100% yes, you are in the right direction. So thank you for tuning in, air signs. I hope you have a wonderful March. Namaste, love and light.